channel message with the Council of Light. I have my friend Katie with me here on the phone, and she's going to be having a conversation with them and asking questions. And this is a new format that we've done. This will be our third conversation with the councils, where we've recorded it for YouTube and for everybody in this type of a way. So we're excited. And hi Katie, how are you, girl?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Good. Thanks for being here. And I mean, I don't know the questions, but I'm just excited to hear them as I hear the conversation come through. So I'm excited, and thanks for being here. Katie always asks amazing questions. Like whenever we have a conversation, I'm like, oh, I never thought to ask that. So it's going to be really fun, and it always is interesting for me to hear their messages. So I hope that you guys enjoy them as well. And if you can hear me okay, then I think I'm ready to start.
I can hear you.
Okay, perfect. All right, so let me just make a connection and then they'll come through. So one moment. Yes, we are here. Greetings to you, dear ones. We are requesting the channel release a little bit more. She just got pulled back into her current reality because her little one is in the other room. Her dog is in the other room wanting him so very, very muchly. But we are saying she is fine, all is well. And so we are asking her to shift her vibrational frequency just a bit more, as we are merging in ourselves. And very well, here we are. And how are you, dear friend? How are you today?
I'm good. How are you doing?
Very well, very well. It's always a very joyful experience for us, a joyful, pleasurable experience for us to greet and to meet with you. And we are looking forward to our conversation.
As am I. Thanks for having me.
Yes, very much.
So today, so I have watched the other interviews that you did, and the first one, and it was awesome, and I'm looking forward to the one that premieres on Sunday. And so today I thought of a couple other questions that were more about like some of the other realms and light beings. So my first question is about the Angelic Realm. I was wondering if you could describe the relationship that you have with them, and if you guys are working together on the same mission here.
Very well, yes indeed. First and foremost, we are working together on this mission here. There are many beings in the Archangel, the Earth Angel, the Angelic Realms, as you were. There are many realms, you see. There are many beings who are making their acquaintance known here in the physical reality, stepping down and through the veil, coming through the portals into a physical body, and also making communication with those who are in a physical body. They are bringing messages of hope, they are bringing healing light, and they are also observing, you see. We have much invested here on the success of the Earth mission, and we have much invested here on humanity's highest timeline and for their grandest purpose. And we have much invested here where we give a lot of a caring, you would say, interest and concern for not only humanity but also the environment, Gaia herself, and all sentient beings here. So the star-seeded beings, those who are from other astral realms and frequencies, those who are from other current realities, those who are from far distance, as you would say, galaxies, planets, bilocating through time, those who are here from a space and time which is most frequently resided in, that would be apart from Earth. So if they would choose to be in another dimensional frequency, or to incarnate on another planet, star system, or parallel universe, you see, there are many who could be noted to be from the stars, the star people. Many come from the future back through time, and there are many here, many in the Federation of Light, there are many working with the Council of Light, there are many collectives, and they are here as well with the same interest in mind as the Archangel realm and frequency and that of the Earth angels. So there are the many varying natures, states of consciousness, vibrational patterns and frequencies which give characteristics and you might say a flavor or an essence to the soul vibration, or that is their signature, you may say, the soul signature. There are many soul signatures who correspond and correlate significantly with the Archangel kingdom, we are calling it, because it is grand and it is beautiful and it's a very enjoyable place to have an acquaintance with. And there are many who vibrate more with the star realm. They would be advanced civilizations, as you were. Part of their experience separating from the Godhead was that they came into the physical body, into physical realities, and separated further from the Godhead from the beginning, would you say? There are many archangel frequencies, archangel realms who are still gathered around the Godhead, who are closer to the Godhead. So there are many who separated from this source of divine love and consciousness, the Godhead, if you will, separated and went on their journeys. Many traveled far and many stayed close. And from our different perspectives and reality, we have a truth and a light that we are here to shine and shed upon the earth frequency. This truth and light is one that will bring mankind up in their consciousness, in their vibrational patterns, into a space of love and unity, you see. And this was the plan, this was the case, and you have the fall of Adam, the biblical assertions as you understand them to be, the fall of Adam and Eve, and that goes back into star families, star systems, star clusters, star galleries, and these consciousnesses came into the physical vessel here on the earth plane at the fall of Adam. It was our hope and desire that the earth experience would be one in a heavenly space, you see. But as earth is a kingdom or a frequency, a dimensional expression that is full of not only truth and light, but also darkness and evil, there was a correlation and a correspondence between our brother Adam and those who are here to seed the earth, where they separated from not only their reality, their awareness and conscious connection with the Godhead, but also in doing so created an amnesia, a frequency upon their vessel where they were separated then from their star family. And this created another cycle in an earth experience. We have seen this before on many other planets, you see. But mankind has been thus going through cyclic natures, back and forth, around and around. And as it goes around and around, gently there's an ascension that is occurring. And it takes the space of many spansions, you shall say, millennia. Because Earth is much older than many would desire or understand it to be, you see. But she has been the host, if you will, the physical property, the interdimensional reality that is seated more in a denser frequency. She has been the space and time, the space in consciousness where many beings have been able to come in through, to live upon, and to act out or to play out their soul desire, mission, and purpose, you see. So the archangel reality, this kingdom of light, this frequency of the angelic realm has a lot invested here because they have mankind's good at heart. They want to see the light prevail. They are answering the call and listening and hearing those who are crying out for their assistance. Some choose, some have the choice and desire, some really do enjoy in their own, we call it a twisted way, but you see it is only because we are from a different frequency. But some really do enjoy being seated, being seeped, having the evil energy around them, the darkness. They find pleasure in it. And this is a property of the reality here on earth. But the angelic kingdom understands the peace, the joy, the healing aspects, the love and the oneness that comes from being close to the Godhead, you see. So they are here to assist those who would seek protection, who will seek an understanding and who are on their journey, who have a desire to raise their frequency and make a connection with the God frequencies here while they are in the physical vessel, because you see the God frequency is within inside of your physical being. It is a light that is always a part of your codes, your soul currency. But there are many who have shed this light, we shall say, and there are many who have covered it up, and there are many who have chosen and selected this from their own free will and choices. But there are some, especially here in your current reality, that are enjoying or experiencing this, how shall we say, condition, the situational condition that they are in, based solely upon the frequencies of their ancestors. So there are many light beings from a higher consciousness, a higher space and time, that have come and dropped into these timelines to be in a frequency band, we are calling it, to be coded within the physical body of an interdimensional reality that is lower in vibration, because you see the programming and the lower vibrational codings are ingrained in their DNA. So these light warriors come in, and that is one of their greatest choices and advantages, is to be in the physical body where they can shift the DNA casings, the encodings around mankind, in the body, around the heart, through the voice and the solar plexus, out into their entire energetic being. So you're finding many who are warriors of light that have come into challenging situations, you shall say, having to press forward in time through these codings, through pushing forward through the consciousness of mankind to remember their truest state, the truest space, and who they really are at their core nature, my dear. And that is what is the theme, if you will call it. What is happening now with mankind here is understanding the core nature of who they really are at their deepest, strongest frequency, whether it be that, yes, I am more of a human in nature, or I am more of a mer person, and more of a starseed, or more of a alliance with the angelic frequencies, you see. So as you touch the light within, that light emanates without, and you will remember who you are and why you are here, dear one. Does this answer the question for you?
That was an amazing answer. Thank you. I feel like you might have answered quite a few of my questions. So.
Very well indeed. Yes, we could feel the longing in the calling of your heart, and you do have many beautiful questions, you shall say. But we can move on to the next one, and perhaps we will elaborate even a bit more on the questions that you have, dear one.
Okay, well, if I repeat something that you've already answered, you can let me know to just go to the next one, or you can just skip more. So, my next question is, have you always worked in union together with the Angelic Realm, or is it a newer relationship?
Very well. We are accessing information here. One moment, please. We would like to give you full detailed account to the best of our abilities. One moment, please. When the earth was seeded, there were beings of light who were from other realities and galaxies and constellations that were working in unison with the with the council of light, you are saying. But at this time it was a grander council. It is fractionated much from then. We are going back to the beginning of creation, you see. Much has changed. But you had the council of light that were there working, as you shall say, hand in hand or in a partnership with the angelic kingdom. Because the angelic kingdom was very much overseeing the spirituality, if you will, the soul aspect and essence of those who would come here to reside on Gaia. While the star-seeded frequencies, the star beings from other realities, were very much advanced and aware in the scientific nature of things and how to switch and manipulate the genomes and the coded DNA, the frequencies, the prototypes in the bodies of those who are to be incarnating in a physical vessel, you see. And you know this a little bit only, but you all know this from your history that is taught here in your institutions, we shall call them. They are lacking much information, but we are saying that from the beginning of life on earth, mankind, or the soul, the human soul, has articulated through many different bodies or prototypes until we have found a choice and a desire, one that suits and will support our offspring. And you are saying, what does this mean? And we shall say, many star beings incarnated here in the physical body on the earth plane to have an information, an assimilation, to feel the body and to feel the dimensional shift in frequency and consciousness, because this planet has a different, you may call it gravitational pull, or the way that things work here, we shall say. Things come together in a more denser way, more denser frequency, creating the physical flesh as you were to see it. And many of you understand how science works, and you understand that it is all, we are calling it an illusion, because from our reality it is all a programmed consciousness. So we shall leave that with you for perhaps to talk at another time. But there was a lot of experiences and expressions that were received from the star beings coming into this reality. And after the prototypes were signed off on, you shall say, there were new souls coming down from the Godhead that desired an expression and an experience in a new reality, in a physical body here on the earth, here on Gaia. And the Starseeds were helping to create the physicality, the flesh, the animals, the topography, and all of this, you see. They were working hand in hand with Gaia and with many spiritual beings who are here to advance in a new opportunity for souls to have a reality that they could expand within, you see. And the angelic kingdom was very much working with the souls as they would separate their consciousness, which would include their soul, all of their frequency, from the light of the Godhead to come into the physical body here on the earth plane. So the star-seated beings were working very much with the angelic and with God, the God consciousness, to create this reality here on earth. And we continue to do so, you see. But over time, many star beings have left and have gone to explore other aspects of creation, other realities, other universes, other places in time or in reality, that spaces and places that will have either a denser or a lighter frequency, you see. So when the star beings begin to awaken, some are remembering and recalling lives on other planets. Some planets are similar to those on Earth and some are not, you see. But currently here, there are many collections of beings from extraterrestrial origins coming to the Earth plane to ensure the success of Gaia. And in order to do so, some of these beings had to come through the physical body to come into a mission. And in this process, we were in an alliance and an agreement that some of these advanced beings from the advanced civilizations, even the reptilian nature, would begin to remember. And this was so they could repair and to heal damage that was done through star warring in the stars, and all come together again here to work it out through their advancement of the humankind, through the advancement of the genome, because there have been some star races in the past who have inappropriately, as we are seeing it from our perspective solely, have inappropriately come into the Earth experience and messed with a few things that perhaps they should not have, that would set mankind back in their progress. But all is uniting now. We are making these connections so that we can move forward for the betterment of mankind and humanity, because what occurs and what happens with this experiment, we are calling it, although you understand it is more than just an experiment. There's a lot at stake here. But this was a created reality here, the earth life, through many beings coming together, working in unity and unison with the protection of the Godhead, with the protection of the angelic frequencies. And so while there were many warrings in other spaces in time, this was to be a space that shall be, shall we say, safe. And while some things occurred upon here, they are coming back to be rectified, shall you call it. And we are working with many advanced civilizations, and there are many greys, you may say, or reptilians, or ETs, whatever you want to classify. There are many who are fluctuating their frequencies. They are governing and regulating through the darker vibrations to the lighter vibrations. But you see, the situation here is that mankind in Gaia is advancing through the dimensional frequencies, and as she advances through the 4th to the 5th level of density and dimensional frequencies, you see there is a new reality creating. And so there is darkness that has been seeping, that has been living and just lying there, this dark frequency, shall we call it, that is now being stirred to come to the surface for realignment. In this experience, many are having memories of past times, and there is some confusion, which we will not go into all the history of not only mankind and Earth, but the galaxies beyond, you see. We are solely focused here on Earth. So while there may have been some expressions, meaning vibrational frequencies and memories from other warring experience off of the Earth planet and prior incarnations here, where there was warring and some takeover by some alien races for a period of time, you see, we are all coming together to shift. Those beings of any race who has made it a conscious decision, choice, and desire to step into the light, we shall say, are working hand in hand with the Federation of Light in their own way to make amends, so the Earth can be a beautiful stopover space, we are calling it, is a place, a port, where many can come and enjoy the experience here on this vessel. And we are speaking for many millennia to come. You know, we are seeing way into the future, and it is our choice, hope, and desire to assist those who are here in the Earth plane for the betterment and the success of Gaia as she moves forward through the densities and dimensions to the 5th level, dear one. Does this make a sense? And do you have any more questions for us?
I do have some more questions, and that was an awesome answer. Thank you.
You are welcome.
So I had a few questions that popped up just from what you had said in your answers. You mentioned an earth angel. Is that just an angel or a being from the angelic realm that has taken a body?
Yes, dear one. There are many, we are calling them currencies, you could say frequencies or realms that are close to the Godhead, you see. But not all of them choose to stay so close. Some would like to leave, if it were, and experience more of a contrasting reality. But they are still part of the angelic kingdom. They are governed over and watched and cared for by the, if you want to call higher, although we are not saying this out of disrespect for any. We acknowledge the light and the love and the consciousness of every soul that's been through creation, you see. But there are some who are closer to the Godhead, that are vibrating in a different frequency, that quite frankly do not understand all the interworkings and the reality, what it would be to separate so far from the light. And so through their advancement and experience, some have stepped away a little more and a little more, but they are all part of the angelic realm, you see. They are all part of a kingdom of the God consciousness, the Godhead. And so there are some through all different realities that are choosing to come here. This has been more known in the past, the angelics coming through. But you see also now we are bringing back and we are reminding you of your biblical histories, because there are more archangels coming through as well, and over a period of time more and more archangels are presenting themselves. And we have our sister here, Metriel. She is an archangel frequency who has begun working more and more with the channel over the past year. And the channel questioned this. Indeed, she was saying, Metriel, this is a being I have never heard of in my studies. And the more and more that she has come through and been presented and acquainted through Archangel Michael, Archangel Metatron, Archangel Uriel, Raguel, Raziel, and Uriel. Again, you see they're all a collection of beings here that are a family. And so there are more and more archangels coming through, you see, to work with mankind, not only in a vibrational space of consciousness through the astral realms, non-physical, through bilocation even if it were, but there are some beings who are coming in now into the physical body. They are hosting the physical body so that they can bring the light of the angelic frequencies to mankind. This is a literal heaven on earth, you see. Very well indeed. And you know this by their frequency, by the light they carry, by the joy and their desire to help mankind. And many of you are discovering this through your own recollections and understandings. And if you are questioning and you do receive the message, we say it is a very beneficial for the conscious ego and the mind to receive confirmation from others. So if you receive the information through many channels of the light, then you shall rest assured that you are receiving the appropriate memories here, because there is a thing on the earth plane. It is a layover, we are calling it, and it is where of codings and frequencies, information will lay over the physical body and the outer aspect of the astral realm through the interdimensional frequencies or levels of the aura, the outer level of the astral realm, and it creates a misunderstanding from time to time. You could say it as a narration, or if you were to be in a play and you are going to go into the play as yourself, but somebody puts some information in front of you trying to tell you what to think, to believe, or to desire, you see. So sometimes there are misunderstandings, and this is why we say it is very, very important to work with the archangels who are best known to mankind for an extended period of time before you begin working with more and more other archangels. It is very, very important for you to understand the truth and the light of who you are before you step further into unexplored territory within your own consciousness, you see. But along the way, there are many systems and structures. There is much support here. We have anchored many of our beings here in a physical body. There is a lot of light on the earth, and you are finding one another, one by one, two by two. In thrones, you are finding one another. And as you flow through life, you are being called through the vibrational currency, the soul compass of the heart, the inner workings of the mind. You are connecting and you are meeting one another, and this is a family here on earth. And you see, in the higher realms of consciousness, outside of the physical body, outside the physical planes, the astral beings, we are calling them ETs, the star beings, if you were, very much are aware of the angelic frequencies, and there are many levels and layers and communities within these different bodies, but we are all working together. So as you meet and greet one another here on the physical plane, it is like a reunion, it is like a homecoming, and even if it were where you meet someone new for the first time, you have a commonality and a grand mission at heart, and this currency of love and truth, abundance, light, and justice will see you through.